having a big effect, but it should be a lot bigger. We shouldn't have to argue with people that tyranny is upon us. Of course, tyranny is upon us. Of course, society is out of control. Of course, we have a big problem. All right, I just spent about 6 minutes babbling. I've got a bunch of news I want to get to here. Where's my news out of the CBC that I barely mentioned at the end of the show about pills with antennas on them so the government can make sure you're taking your medication? Oh, I'll find it. Here it is. Pill with antenna ensures patients take meds. This makes me tired. I mean, I don't even want to get into all the ramifications of this. And I know there's going to be all these idiots out there that say, that's good. And then I know about how they're setting it up where mainline apartments now are saying the refrigerators watch what you eat and what you do and track you for the government. And I mean, it's like a bad dream, and I just want to wake up from it. It is a bad dream. By the way, guys, there's a new video we just put out this morning where I expose Fox News trying to frame me. I want to play that at the start of the next hour. We have it now? We do have it now? Yeah, cue it up. Cue it up. I want to play that right now. I want to play that right now, then I'll go into all this news. Because I think a lot of what's tiring me out is the realization that we've been right about all of this. And that it's so real, and that I am right. I mean, every day I wish I'm wrong. Every day I wish this wasn't true. Every day I wish we could change things. Every single day. Do we have it? Well, I think I say it all here, and this is important. This is news, and the reason I'm talking about it is we're being targeted, and just like they're going after the internet and wanting to shut down free speech, we are under attack. We are being targeted. And the weird thing is I'm not even really freaked out by it. It makes me tired. It makes me resigned. It just makes me feel sorry for my fellow man and how much scum there is out there. Let's go ahead and roll this.
Things are starting to really get crazy. I mean, even I can't believe what's happening. We've had the London Guardian, Time Magazine, Newsweek, the New York Times, hundreds of other establishment publications, TV networks, CNN, all calling me saying, are you causing the violence in America? No, I'm not causing the violence in America. What's causing the people of this country to get upset and angry is articles like this out of Business Week. Failed banks may get pension fund backing as FDIC seeks cash. And it says federal regulators are basically pressuring private and public pension funds, the pension funds of police, the pension funds of unions, firefighters, teachers, to invest to prop up failed banks. That's the type of news that I cover on my syndicated radio show and at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Or when it comes out in mainstream news that the Mumbai attacks were run by a U.S. government agent and it's in a federal affidavit, I cover it. Or when the controlled media on the left and the right are not talking about how insurance companies actually wrote the health care bill and that it cuts Medicare and Medicaid and makes people buy insurance from the insurance companies, and that it's true fascism, the left won't talk about that and the right won't talk about that. I will. I will point out that it's a bailout to the insurance companies, a robbery. And that's why the radio show and the websites are so popular, because it's just common sense. We don't work for the left. We don't work for the right. We work for the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and freedom. Now, that said, I want to tell Fox News something. I don't want to be your enemy. I know you've got a lot of federal operatives working for you. I know Glenn Beck is there to co-opt the Tea Parties with Sarah Palin and basically control populism and redirect it into the Republican Party. But I can't put up with this anymore, Fox News. 2 stories yesterday from Fox News in the terrorism section. This is where the news about terrorism is, implying that my website is supporting and promoting threats against the IRS, threats against the government, you name it. And they craftily talk about articles on my website and then mention that people in the articles, but not in the articles, it's actually in the comments, are talking about violence against the IRS, violence against the government, violence against Obama. And what's important here, the key here is, in one of the Fox News articles, in the terrorism section, Fox News says they were on Infowars.com and that they saw threats to the government, so that they called Homeland Security. In fact, that's in this article, military husband probed for allegedly posting threats on radical website. And then it says the action was taken after FoxNews.com inquired about the online comment. And there's another article here. Feds investigate death threats to IRS employees after health bill approved. These were both on March 30th. Two separate articles. I spent 5 minutes this morning when I saw these stories going to Fox Nation and their other websites that have comments, and there was talk about killing people, about the Marines attacking the government, about killing Obama. Another Fox pundit was making jokes about killing Obama on Fox TV. We have that video posted in this article by Paul Joseph Watson at PrisonPlanet.com. Fox News calls for Obama to be killed while framing Alex Jones for instigating violence. We have always spoken out against violence. And we have the Southern Poverty Law Center, we have the ADL, we have all these other organizations saying that I'm calling for killing police and that I'm causing police to be killed. We've seen this talking point in the last year with no evidence. We've always called for nonviolence, like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King talked about. So they're clearly trying to propagandize and manipulate police and the IRS and others to audit us, to arrest us. We've had the Secret Service here repeatedly in the last few months. We've had the FBI here. We're getting subpoenas over this. All because Fox News and others, and we've now discovered Fox has been doing this for several months, are culling through hundreds of thousands of comments. We get several million visitors per website a week, and calling the police on us. And then we go to Fox Nation, and there is stuff many times more violent and actual threats against the president, and that's all being ignored. So this is so hypocritical. Fox News sees Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com and what I do on the radio as a threat, because they're posing as the opposition to the New World Order. They're posing as the alternative media. They have more viewers than all the major cable news channels combined. And I'm this separate radio talk show host and filmmaker who maybe has 1/10, maybe, of their viewers and listenership, but I am the greatest threat to what they're doing. And so they're coming after me. Fox News, I know a bunch of you working there are psychopaths and sociopaths, but I'm a human being. I have a family. I'm not calling the FBI and Homeland Security on you. I'm not even asking my viewers right now and my listeners to go file criminal complaints and reports against you for what's on your websites. You're not guilty for commenters on Fox Nation calling for the death of the president or the death of illegal aliens. You are somewhat guilty for your pundits joking about killing Obama and tying it into Osama bin Laden. I mean, that is over the top. And so you are there inciting all this violence and then blaming me. That is wrong. You can't do this. It's wrong. And I'm just sick of Glenn Beck attacking Ron Paul over the years. I'm sick of you demonizing true patriots, true conservatives, true libertarians. We broke the MIAC report. We broke the Homeland Security report, where the federal government's main target is conservatives and libertarians in this country. And I know you're upset about that. I know that you want to pose as a twisted form of Alex Jones and Ron Paul, but it's not going to work. And I'm here to tell you that the people are seeing through what you're doing. We're calling for none of this. We're decrying it. We're exposing the fact that this militia was infiltrated by feds and that they provocateured them. We're exposing that the Mumbai massacre was run by a U.S. federal agent. We're exposing the fact that mainstream media pushed the hoaxes of WMDs in Iraq and now Iran. We're trying to save our country. And what are you doing? You're trying to sick the IRS and the FBI and Homeland Security on us. You are more than hypocrites.